Okay, having a great family car is so important for those of us who are growing with our numbers. We can't help it, we can't avoid that, growing in our numbers in our tribe. And there are even most of us here that wanted to start a business, just wanted something to use, not just for the comfort of the family, occasional long trips, but even to earn from what you've been paying for, right? So this is where the MPV comes in. I love this segment so much. It could be like a level below SUVs, but you get the same comfort, amazing features, and all of the other stuff, especially the seven seating capability of SUVs. And you can have all of those with a much lower or a much affordable price as well. So ladies and gentlemen, welcome to another episode here in our channel. We're here. We love to help you win in life. Today, we're going to be talking about 10 seaters that I would be recommending to anyone. I would like to share with you things that I've learned, things that I've researched about, so that by the end of this video, you would really make sure that you get the best deal or the best option or the best choice for you. Thank you so much for joining me, whether live or by replay. I appreciate everyone so much. And these are the 10 seven-seaters that I'll be featuring. All of these cars have been featured here on the channel. I have made a review about this, except the Nissan Livina. But it's okay. I will still be explaining what are the things that I love about the Nissan Livina and the things that I don't like so much about the Nissan Livina, as well as all these other nine seven-seaters as well. Like I said, you can always watch them in case you wanted to know more about any of these vehicles. Okay, so as we begin, let me read this featured comments from you guys who have been really awesome. So we have from Angel Pam. Sabi niya dito, Sir, kung ngayon po kayo bibili, which seven-seater car would you purchase with around 1.2 to 1.3 million budget? Veloz pa din po ba kukunin nyo given na na-try nyo na yung ibang MPV? So that question really just makes me think, oh nga no, after studying or after further research of this particular seven-seaters, it made me think maybe I could have chosen this car or this seven-seater. First, we're gonna be enumerating these 10 in no particular order, guys. Isa-isahin muna natin and then talk about their pros, their cons. After that, I have prepared for you a tabulation or a summary. Ganun kayo kalakas sa akin. Like a sheet where we could see which of these compromises or the in terms of the dimensions, stuff like that. And then let me read this last question as well from Jefferson Lorenzo. Sabi niya, sana po magkaroon ng review for Avanza, Stargazer versus Ertiga. Alright? So, guys, hindi lang yung tatlong yan yung ating pag-usapan today, but even more, so that you can really make sure, you could really get the best of the best out of the class. That's my purpose. That's my goal for today for you guys. So, tara, let's get this started. Okay, for the criteria. So first of all, the looks. It should be really great in your eyes. It should really look beautiful in your eyes, diba? Okay, next would be, it should be able to accommodate at least 7 people. Next is the features. It should have great tech, safety, there's the airbag, sensors, cameras. It should have the best features as it could be with that amount. So next is the functionality. Of course, it should have great space as much as we can, engine, and ground clearance, because we're gonna be bringing 7 people with us, right? So napaka-importante niyan. Of course, lastly is the price. Is it gonna be reasonable? So in terms of the price point, reasonable meaning for me is it should not exceed 1.4 million, because honestly guys, even if lumagpas pa ng 1.3 million, I could definitely maybe consider something with a lower end variants of SUVs, yung SUV na talaga. So now that we have that out of the way, we now have this first option that we have. Again, this is not in particular order muna. So Hyundai Stargazer X, you have a lot of variants here. But for those of you who want the captain seats, this is your option. Like similar to Innova, right? The captain seats, you're gonna feel like a king. If you're into that, you have this premium 6-seater at this price, 1.298. But the variant that I would recommend for you is this Stargazer X, GLS X, because it has all the tech, most advanced features. And as we continue here, as you can see, the engine, it's IVT. Hyundai boasts on this because they wanted to give you the power that you're gonna need with low fuel consumption as it could give you. So this is the unique selling point of the Hyundai Stargazer. Key characteristics, guys: unique futuristic look. You know that, guys. It's gonna stand out really on the roads. The smart sense is there, and then you also have the tech. Okay, leather seats, very premium. The interior and the features of this one is really good. The downside for me is the exterior looks is not, it's not there yet. It could not be for everyone. And then for this price point, no 360 degrees camera panoramic view. So that's just the downside. Aside from that, Hyundai Stargazer is really one of the best on this class. All right. So now let's talk about the Nissan Livina. So far, guys, I actually, when I studied about this car, actually I was impressed. It's sharing the same characteristics with the Xpander. Okay, this is the product of the collaboration of Nissan and Mitsubishi. So with regards to the engine, very similar to Xpander. And here are your ground clearance as well. For the variants, I would like to recommend to you the top of the line right away because it has all the best of the best features, right? So key characteristics for Livina is great aircon, Nissan signature, right? Great sophisticated look, premium interior. It has abundant space, guys, on the dashboard as a driver. That's what you want. Leather seats, and then the under seat tray similar to Xpander. You have that, and then the downside for this is that on the class or on the higher level, 16-inch lang yung kanyang alloy wheels. Two-tone naman, but yeah, only 16. Then the rear bumper design, not a very big fan of it. Only halogen headlights and fog lights. No second row charging ports. No second row cup holders. And lastly, only two airbags. Okay, so with this said, Livina is still a good option if you don't mind all of those downside that I mentioned. Next would be the Suzuki Ertiga. So from top of the line until the base model, you have a hybrid option. This is a good news. As you can see, the top of the line, guys, it barely scratches the 1.2 million mark. Hindi nga umabot ng 1.2 million, diba? This is a very great car. With this price, 7-seater ka na and still hybrid pa. This is actually one of the most recommended cars if you're looking for that budget option. Okay, these are your specs. And then key characteristics, hybrid engine, coding exemption, guys, at this price point, cruise control. And not to mention, yung kanyang infotainment display, I'm really impressed. 10-inch. It's like having an iPad in the middle of your car. So that's really nice. Start stop system if you want that. And then the downside is, of course, at this price, only halogen and headlights, and then 4-speed automatic pole type antenna, 15-inch lang kayang wheels, and then low ground clearance in this class, and then only two airbags. Next is its brother, or we could say that twin, that is just modified. Kumbaga, a little bit beefed up brother or twin ni Ertiga is si Suzuki XL7 Hybrid. So, still hybrid option, but for this one, if you're asking as well, it doesn't have a manual variant. 1.2 million. These are the specs. It has a good ground clearance. Key characteristics, for me, honestly, I like the mixture of the elegance and the sporty look of the XL7. Of course, the hybrid engine is there, but take note, the hybrid system is not qualified for coding exemption. For those of you that matter yan, sorry, but you might want to go for the Ertiga if that's your main concern. So you also have the same things with the Ertiga: cruise control, the like this iPad-like infotainment system, and then the start stop as well. Okay, very good option, XL7. Next is still Toyotas. They have a lot of entry on this list. They have really been giving us great 7-seaters. So Toyota Avanza comes in 1,065,000 pesos only yung kanyang top of the line. Imagine that, guys. Actually, this is very practical, and having that Toyota signature or the Toyota branding of reliability. Here, very similar actually with the Veloz in terms of the engine and the specs. Ground clearance is also the same with Veloz. For this car, what I'm gonna say about this is it has all the things that I would need. Honestly, this is and even more, the blind spot monitoring is as well as a very good bonus that it was there. Okay, if you want something that is packed with features, this has it, and this is the best selling point of Toyota here on this segment. The long sofa mode, great space, decent tech or features, speed sensing door locks is there, guys. And then your downside would be low ground clearance, just 16-inch yung kanyang wheels compared to 17-inch for the Veloz. No cruise control, and then yun nga, it could be a con as well. Sobrang basic lang din ang tech niya. But at this price, you cannot complain, right? Next, usapang pormahan. Toyota Rush is definitely the most beautiful 7-seater for me. Even all time, even all categories, Rush is my personal favorite in terms of the exterior looks. It only has one variant, which is the GRS 1.2 million. What do you get with the Toyota Rush? You have a good amount of ground clearance. As they always say, like the SUV look, para sa akin, ito yung si Toyota Rush, yung pinaka sophisticated or respectable with that regards. Elegant SUV look, rear wheel drive, which a lot of you want for mga akyatan, and high ground clearance, possible less maintenance cost with the automatic transmission. Speed sensing door locks, manual yung kanyang handbrake guys, less electronics, less future problems. So 7-inch touchscreen display, no cruise control nga lang, no center armrest, diba, at this price. No center armrest guys. I think that's a bit of a big deal for me if I'm gonna buy this on this segment. Tilt only yung kanyang steering wheel, then fabric seats lang siya, then semi-digital pa yung kanyang instrument panel. So basic tech, but like I said, less problems in the future. The Mitsubishi Xpander Cross. Sorry, this wasn't edited right here, but the price actually for that is the 1.363 for the top of the line, plus 8,000 pa for the two-tone, which totals to 1,371,000 pesos for the Xpander Cross. These are what you get, similar to Livina, but the highest ground clearance. And these are your key characteristics. With this Xpander Cross, guys, you have black top option, premium interior, highest ground clearance in its class. The cruise control is there. Electronic handbrake, auto hold brake system is very great advantage. Montero steering wheel and the suspension as well. And then fully digital instrument cluster with that very amazing thing that I love, the second row armrest with cup holder. I think si Mitsubishi lang talaga nag-offer nun with commonly with the second row seats. Okay, but the downside, very big downside of the Xpander is really only 2 airbags lang siya. And then for me, low yung kanyang third row headroom. Okay, but the legroom is good. For this price point as well, you don't have 360-degree panoramic camera and then no auto retractable side mirrors. Again, 1.3 million. Okay, my recommended variant here is the GLS. If you don't mind the body kits and the accessories. Okay, just 1.2 million. Please just watch my Xpander Cross and GLS variant comparison. It's there in the channel. All right, so now we have here BRV 1.390. So almost 1.4 yung kanyang top of the line, guys. And then if you even choose the opal white, it's now 1.4 million. Okay, that is why my recommended variant for this model, the Honda BRV, is the V variant. What you don't get is just the assist, the driver assist, and all the driving features. But aside from that, you get all the basic tech that you're gonna need with the BRV V variant. Here are your key characteristics for the BRV. Crossover look, I love it so much. It's less of the family car look, honestly lang, on this segment. Simple and elegant interior. Honda sensing for the VX, I mean the top of the line variant. Adaptive cruise control, not usable under 30 kph. Take note of that. Full leather seats, paddle shifters, which is really cool. I think it's the only one who has that in the segment. And then the remote engine as well. Remote engine start. That's very important for a lot of people. So yeah, that's a good selling point. Now, the downside is the price point. It's really exclusive. It has its own market, right? Manual handbrake, no electronic parking brakes, no auto hold brake system as well for those of you who are always stuck in traffic. You will not be able to enjoy that. Tilt only yung kanyang steering wheel, then semi-digital pa, no 360 camera. If elegance and power and, not to mention this, the most powerful engine as well, the BRV. If that's what you want on this class, not choosing the Innova, BRV is your choice. Our very own Toyota Veloz, priced at 1,271,000 when you go for the top of the line white pearl. If you don't want to go for the white pearl, this is just what you're going to be paying for. Okay, so very good price point, right? But there's also downsides to this. Again, similar to Avanza, the engine, and then the ground clearance as well. Pros for me, luxurious both outside and inside with the looks, but with the build quality, I can't really vouch for that. But in terms of the aesthetics, for me, it's there. The ambient lights interior is really good. I love it. Toyota Safety Sense, 360 degrees panoramic view, and then wireless charging pad, all of the good stuff, electronic handbrake, auto hold brake system, long sofa mode like with Avanza, and then the great price point. But here with the downside, no cruise control, thinner body frame, semi-leather lang yung kanyang seats, and then very low ground clearance. That's one of the weaknesses of Veloz. Then limited space in storage on dashboard. Okay, now this is possibly one of the best, like, go-to when we talk about family cars. Honestly think that this the most solid option. And you have higher variants all the way to 1.8 million pesos, but this is the variant at hand, 1,375,000 pesos. So very near price point to the Xpander Cross, right? For those of you who want to go for the Xpander Cross, a lot of them just consider the Innova. Okay, I have a comparison, by the way, guys. Most of these cars I have been comparing, so just check out na lang the channel. Mas in-depth yun. It's just really destroys everything in this category. The engine, the power, right? Fuel tank capacity even, and for the ground clearance, sorry, this around 160 or 167 millimeter on paper. Okay, now for the characteristics niya, guys, that you can take note of this, the excellent space. Obviously, we said kanina at least 7 people, right? But for Innova, it can cater up to 8. Next is powerful engine, rear wheel drive, very nice. More pockets on the front row or the driver's side. High ground clearance, larger center armrest, very impressive center armrest, sunglass pocket, and then yung kanyang diesel engine. On the other hand, yung kanyang bad side lang talaga, guys, is analog pa yung kanyang instrument panel. If you get inside an Innova, you will really see it will feel old, honestly. So very high center tunnel. Then yung kanyang second row, we actually have the chance to ride this grab one time. Halogen lang ang headlights and fog lights. No roof rails, no speed sensing door locks. 16-inch steel wheels lang with hubcaps lang yan, guys. And then no parking sensors. So if you're gonna buy this one, I think that you're gonna work on a lot and sacrifice a lot with the features. But if the family space, power, long rides, uphill is what you want, then Innova is really the one for you. So now, as you can see here, guys, ganito ko kayo kamahal. I tabulated here. You can just have a screenshot. You can go back to this if you want. Okay, in terms of length, Innova with Stargazer, that speaks a lot to the room and the space of the Stargazer. Impressive yan. And then the height with in terms of the headroom. Okay, you can consider that. Those are factors. And then you can just see which of these the one that you like is where saan siya nabibelong in terms of the rankings. Rush is also up there. Xpander is also up there. And then next is this one for the power, very important. Toyota Innova, obviously. But next to Innova, guys, is si Honda BRV. All right? Then you can just see very similar naman a lot to sa laban na to, guys. Very similar lang mostly sa kanila. And then max torque, of course, Innova. Next, still BRV. As you can see right here, you have more options basically. Ground clearance, top 6-Xpander Cross, and then just refer to this if you're thinking of one 7-seater and then masabi mo pala may mababa pa pala talaga. So drivetrain, rear wheel drive, si Rush tsaka Innova lang meron. Okay, confident sa mga kiyatan. And then for the airbags, guys, si Ertiga XL7, Mitsubishi Xpander, and si Nissan Livina, they all have only 2 airbags. All right. So first, again, we considered Avanza, but still we wanted more, a little bit more. So we tried to ask for Veloz how much was it, and then thankfully kaya naman natin. But nung day na pumunta kami sa dealership, medyo nagdadalawang isip pa kung Rush or Veloz. But then Rush is a bit outdated. That is why, in short, we chose Veloz. But on the day na sa dealership, I even considered Innova. But still, my wife, her thoughts really matter to me. So she said that it doesn't match my age on her opinion. So again, for the criteria, ito, looks, with all of these criteria, guys, when I made my decision, okay, so this is my top 10 is Stargazer. Even all of the space, I'm really impressed, features, but the looks is really not for me. Top 9, Ertiga, still about with regards to more on the aesthetics and the feel pa rin. But impressive yung cruise control and all the 7 seating capacity is there. Next is BRV because of the price point. Then here is on the 7th spot, Livina, because of the sophisticated look and similar to Xpander feel, premium. Top 6 ko is si Avanza. All right. Top 5 is Innova. And then XL7 for my top 4. It's really impressive. I really like this car, honestly. It's way up there when I considered on my final thoughts. Then next, top 3 ko si Toyota Rush. I'm willing to sacrifice all of the things that I said a while ago na wala siya just because simply of that looks and yung dating niya is really, I like it. Then top 2, si Xpander Cross. Because one, for the price, and then pangalawa is this really made me think hard, guys. Xpander was really good, especially the premium feeling inside the dashboard, yung interior niya. But the main factor that made me really go for Veloz is just really the features. Okay, It's just way up there in terms of the features, plus the 6 airbags and the 360 camera and the pre-collision braking system. For me, that is why I chose this. That's it for me on my top 10 7-seaters, guys. I would love to know your top 10 and what's gonna be your ultimate choice. I would love to know them in the comment section. I appreciate everyone so much. This has been Ronnie with Project Gentleman, reminding you that real men love God, and when we put Him first, we seek Him first. That's when we truly win in life. Thank you for watching. Can't wait to see you in this next video right here. Ciao.